It's not a spoiler because I'm going to ask you next week, this Sunday. I'm really glad that we're off on Monday because Sunday I can watch it, real time.
Yeah.
So in all of these great shows, when you have an ending, whether it was Game of Thrones or The Sopranos or whatever, all these great shows, there's always that last scene that is memorable, right? That last scene, with The Sopranos, probably one of the most famous, where they're sitting in the booth and the music just stops and like, wow, that was the ending. So if you have to guess what you think the ending is of Succession. And this is none of us know, so this is not a spoiler. This is the future. We're guessing. We're playing. We're speculating, right? And I think it came to me. I could be wrong. I don't know, but this is how I imagine. This is what I think is going to be the final scene of Succession. Come with me for a second.
Let's go.
Okay, so it's the final scene, right? And Shiv, because the way everything went down, Shiv ends up being the CEO of the American Waystar Corporation. She
ATN
and then what they do is they fast forward like 5 years from now. You go in the future, right? And she's in a boardroom, and she's got a couple of those sycophants that worked for Logan Roy.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of those are still around because it's hard. It's hard to find people that have no morals. A couple of those are still there. And maybe Greg is over there, because he's stuck around because he'll do anything. And she's at the board, and she's in charge, and she's yelling, and she's like, "I don't care. Buy that hospital, and let's make it bigger." And they're like, "But Shiv, if we buy the hospital, the kids are gonna all die. I don't care, And all of a sudden you just keep hearing this sound. And it's outside in the hallway, and they're like, hold on for a second. And she walks in, and she opens the door, and there is her little girl.
5-year-old little girl.
And she's bouncing a ball up against the wall in the hallway, and she yells, "Stop it, I told you to stop it." And then they stop, and she realizes she's just like her dad. Dun, dun, dun. And it closes. That's how I imagine the final scene of Succession. What do you think?
I like it. I think that'd be good, but it's almost like too on
easy?
The nose, right? Because they literally meant, when you were talking about that, I pictured that scene, right? But it would be good.
Why put that scene in there? It's foreshadowing.
For sure. But I don't like the time jump. I wouldn't want a time jump.
Okay, all right.
I would want to. Okay, so go with me for a second. Okay. I like yours. Okay. If it ended like that. But what happens with Kendall? What happens with
they're working somewhere else because she fired him. Yeah.
Oh, she fired him. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go, so yes, she takes the position, she takes over the CEO, that's in the happenings. But then something insane happens. An assassination. Somebody gets killed, because of what they did. Mm-hmm. And we're left more with the pieces of it all, and then it goes to black. It's like, wow, boom, boom, what? Black, fade to black. And it's like you're left in this kind of...
very Sopranos-like.
Almost like a Sopranos kind of... What happened there? But if I'm leaning towards it, I'll probably lean towards yours more a little bit.
What do you think, Angel? Where do you see the final scene of Succession with all the, everything that's going on, everything that's gone on? Where do you think it's going to end up?
I hope it goes in the vein of the way that Snowfall went. Like, none of these people are
deserve to have.
Yeah, none of these people are redeeming. None of the there's nothing good or nothing should come their way
to any of them.
Yeah, to any of these people. So that, let's say, in a position of Kendall makes a move and he really hurts the people around him even more, and then he's in an isolated position of he really doesn't have anyone.
Now, and that's where he's at right now.
And that's where and it gets like a worse version of that, and they're even more fragmented, and the company's crashing, kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I don't want it to end like an after-school special. I don't want them to jump forward in time, and all of a sudden she has this realization. She's been crappy the whole time.
Yeah.
They're horrible. She's like,
they're all horrible people. We shouldn't be rooting for any of them.
There's not really anything redeeming about any of them.
No.
Think about it. We're looking at
terrible.
The purest. Most shows, you go, well, they were a great father.
That guy's a good guy.
There was that moment where he stepped. I was like, no. Every time there's a moment where they can take it and they make it worse.
Even from the beginning, they've been bad. You're right about that. Because some of the characters, like Franklin, was good at the beginning, and with Mayans, like Easy was good at the beginning, and then they go down. Ryan, where do you see the end of Succession, which is this coming Sunday? We've all been watching it. We all like it. Where do you think it ends? Final scene.
Final scene. Romulus kills his brother.
Ooh, now that would be Roman Empire.
Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an accident, maybe it's something else. But honestly, I think the way I see it playing out, if it was logical, if they're not going for the drama, Ace Matston gets
the new president.
No, who's the Swede. The Swede gets what he wants. Shiv, he floats Shiv as the CEO, but ultimately screws her over in the end because he's still in full-on control of it.
Yep. The American CEO. He noticed how he keeps saying American CEO. He doesn't keep saying her.
Yeah,
he did say her in the limo.
Right, but it was like more like implied, like, and then the look at he would give after the phone call, like, I got her.
Hey, I also got to feel like they want to go full drama, and what they've done is caused the end of America,
humanity.
Did you guys see the scene? And I've watched it twice now because I watched it once by myself and then I watched it with Mary Ellen yesterday to kind of double study it or whatever. There's a scene where Tom comes over to talk to Shiv and she's pregnant and she's drinking her wine and he looks at her and she looks him in the eye and takes another sip and she right there is begging, please tell me to stop. Be a effing man. Be a man and say, listen, you're pregnant. And she wants him to grab that wine out of her hand, but he's such a pussy. He just lets her do it.
Ooh, you know what? I didn't think about it that. I thought
you look at her and she's like,
Don't drink that. Come on, what are you doing?
That's what she wants him to do.
Yeah, you're right.
But he doesn't because he doesn't want to.
He's just whatever way the wind blows and with power.
Whatever's best for him to get what he wants.
But he kind of did show he was so emotionally raw there. His has been up. He kind of showed. He's like that little line, like they know me at the hotel.
Yeah, but they also said they were getting rid of the baby.
Did they?
Yeah, like when she was talking to her mom, like they're talking about getting rid of it the family way.
Better stay in New York.
No. You misunderstood that. I watched it twice. What she's saying is, who's going to take care of the baby? Well, I'm going to do it the family way, which means ignore the baby.
Yes.
They're not going to
send it away, put it in boarding school. Yeah. That's the family way.
That's the family way, not the.
And we talk about Angel brought up like how they're none of them are redeeming. Look at the tree that bore the fruit. You know what I'm saying? Of these kids, both of them. Just nasty people. And then James Cromwell, his brother, gets up there and delivers a perfect speech to somebody. Hey, I'm going to let you understand at first why this guy is like this, but then I'm going to tell you why he could have made a lot of calls that way.
But make no mistake, he is a bad person.
So did you watch afterwards? Did you watch
yes,
Okay,
yes.
So I don't know if I know Ryan didn't because I kind of mentioned to him because I'm watching it and as an actor and as a production junkie and as a camera guy, I'm watching him going, they did it again. I go, they had to have done what they did with the boat episode, which is shoot it continuously.
Oh, they did,
with multiple cameras. And basically, when they enter the funeral, it's a continuous shot, guys. Nobody else in TV is remotely doing an hour freaking play while they're shooting it.
And that's why they had to nail those speeches
every time. And they reshot it, and they didn't have enough time in that church either to do it. So that's why you see this raw, emotional stuff you're not seeing anywhere else, really on TV or film.
It helps me to watch it twice because I miss so many nuances,
Yes.
But anyway, so the final is this coming Sunday. I predict that she'll be in charge, and she ends up treating her kid. That's the reason there's a kid in the whole thing. To treating her kid the same way that she was treated, creating the same havoc,
the
same cycle. That's what I think. But we'll find out on Sunday. Hey, when we come back, it's time for trivia. Your chance to win some stuff.